Hello students, good morning to one and all. Welcome to the online classes of Appa Public School, Kalburgi. This is your social science teacher, Mr. Santosh, SP. So how are you students? Because after a long time, we are communicating through the online class. I hope everyone is healthy and happy. So, dear students, today's class is very important and it is related to your annual examination. So, throughout here, from August to till now, we have completed our syllabus. So, in my subject, in social science, all the 28 chapters already we have completed: history, civics, geography. Already I said that 28 chapters we have completed, and we have sent the notes of each chapter. And throughout here we have conducted PA1 exam, PA2, PA3, unit test 1, unit test 2, midterm examination. So many exams we have conducted. So last one very important examination is remaining, that is annual examination. So related to annual examination, already we sent the timetable of annual examination, the portion of annual examination, and the weightage. So I hope each and everyone has seen the timetable of annual examination. And few students, I think that few students did not see the timetable, because few students, they are not at all following the WhatsApp group, they are not at all reading the instructions, the messages what we are sending in WhatsApp group. Understood, children? So for them, today I am here to discuss about the social science portion of annual examination. So first, that is history, portion of history. In history, there are 4 chapters. How many chapters, children? In history, there are 4 chapters. The first one is what books and burials tell us. Second one, kingdoms kings and an early republic. Third one, new questions and ideas. New questions and ideas. Fourth one, Ashoka, the emperor, who gave up the war. These are the 4 chapters from history part. Dear students, once again, I am going to tell you that in history part, these are the 4 chapters you have to read for the annual examination. So which are those 4 lessons? Number 1, what book sign burials tell us. Second one, kingdoms, kings, and an early republic. Third one, new questions and ideas. Fourth one, Ashoka, the emperor who gave up the war. These all 4 chapters, the explanation already over. You can get the videos in YouTube channel. These all explanation already we have completed, and even we sent the PDF, I mean the notes also. So once again, you go through the videos and read the question answers, whatever we sent, then it will be easy for you. And not only watching the videos and reading the PDF notes, you have to do one more important thing. That is, go through the textbook, read the lesson thoroughly. Then only you can understand the concept. Then only you can understand the thing. Then only you can answer each and every question. Understood, children? These are the 4 chapters from the history part. What book sign burials tell us? In this chapter, you have studied about the Vedas. And you have studied about the burials. Let us recapitulate few points related to this chapter. I said you that in this chapter you have studied about Vedas. Can anybody tell me, children, how many Vedas are there? Yes, absolutely you are right. There are 4 Vedas. How many Vedas are, children? 4 Vedas are there. So which are those? Let me tell you. The first one is Rig Veda. First one is Rig Veda. Second one is Sama Veda. Third one is Atharva Veda. And fourth one is Yajurveda. These are the 4 Vedas. Already in this chapter, I have explained you, and you know very well about that. Just today I am recapitulating few points of this chapter. So there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda, Yajur Veda. So out of these all 4 Vedas, which is the oldest Veda? The answer is Rig Veda. Rig Veda is one of the oldest Vedas. Many years ago, like 3,500 years ago, Vedas are composed by the sages. Vedas are composed by the sages. So you can say that priests also. Priests. Who has written Veda, children? Sages. They have written Vedas. You can say the priests also. So what are there in these Vedas? Many hymns are there in these Vedas. So this is about the short, the brief explanation of Vedas. And now we are going to study about burials. So what do you mean by burials? It is the ritual. It is a tradition. When we do means after the death of the human being. After the death of the human being, we are burying the bodies. And few religion people, they are burning the bodies. So I said that after the death of the human being, we are burying the bodies. That is called burials. So our archaeologists, our historians, they found many burials related to our ancestors. So what they got in those burials? They got many skeletons. They got many things which kept with the dead bodies. Example, silver, gold, pot. So many things our archaeologists got in the burials. So by seeing this, we can come to know that the social status of human beings. It shows that in the olden days, the rich people were also there and the poor class people also were there. So many burials already we got. So one example I can give you, the Inamgaon. Inamgaon was a village. There our archaeologists, or you can see the historians, got burials. So this is the brief explanation of what books and burials tell us. Kingdoms, kings, and an early republic. In this chapter, already you have studied about the kings, about the kingdoms. You have studied about the Rajas and Mahajanapadas. How the kings and Rajas were chosen. And today's political leaders, today's social leaders, how we are choosing them. So in India, our social leaders, our representatives are chosen by the citizens of this country. After every 5 years, there will be election in India, and the citizens got voting power. Those who are above 18 years, they are eligible for the voting. So by giving our vote, we are choosing our representatives. But in the olden days, kings were not chosen by the public. The father died in the battlefield. If the king is died in the battlefield, after the death of the king, automatically his elder son was becoming the king. So this also already you have studied, and you have studied about the new questions and idea. If we want to come to know about our past, about our history, so we have to ask many things, many questions with ourselves, then we can find the answers. Ashoka, the emperor who gave the war. So about the great ruler Ashoka, already you have studied about this emperor. One thing I want to tell you about this ruler. Once he involved in the Kalinga war, he participated in the Kalinga war. So after the war, he was roaming in the battlefield. He got the victory. He defeated the opposite king. He got the victory. After getting victory, just he was roaming in the battlefield and he saw bloodshed. So what do you mean by bloodshed? You can say that the river of blood. It means many soldiers died in that war, in that Kalinga war. By seeing those dead bodies, by seeing that bloodshed, the Ashoka felt bad. That day itself, he decided that in future, I am not going to do any war. I am not going to involve in any war. This decision he has taken. So because of that reason, in the history of India, the King Ashoka name is very famous. So these are the 4 chapters of history part you have to study for the annual examination. And now I am going to tell you about the civics part. History already we have discussed. Civics. So which are the chapters you have to study in civics part? Let me tell you. The first lesson is key elements of a democratic government. Key elements of a democratic government. Next, second chapter, Panchayati Raj. And third chapter, that is rural administration. What's it, children? Rural administration. And last one is urban administration. Urban administration. These are the 4 chapters from the civics part. These 4 chapters you have to read, you have to study for the annual examination. Which are those key elements of a democratic government? Panchayati Raj, rural administration, and urban administration. Already these lessons we have explained, and after the explanation we sent the notes also. And again I am reminding you that go through the textbook, read the textbook thoroughly, then only the concept will be easy for you. You can answer each and every question. Okay, children? So key elements of a democratic government. In this chapter, we have studied what do you mean by democratic government. Let me tell you what is democracy. What is democratic country? In which country the citizens are having the voting power? In which country the citizens are choosing their representatives? That country is called democratic country. Got it, children? In democratic country, in democracy, the citizens are powerful. The citizens are very important. They have the right to vote. So by giving their valuable votes, they are choosing their representatives. And in this chapter, you have studied about the responsibilities of government. What purpose we need government? Why we are choosing the political leaders, our representatives? What are the works of representatives? So many things we have studied in this chapter. Next, Panchayati Raj. In this chapter, you have studied about the 3 levels of the government: local level government, district level government, state level government. So these are the 3 levels of the government you have studied in this chapter. Panchayati Raj, Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha. What are the works of Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha? So everything we have already discussed. Rural administration. In this chapter also, we have studied about the work of Patwari. So what are the works of Patwari? Can anybody tell me, children? Yes, you are right. It's very simple. Patwari will measure the land. Patwari will measure the land. And also Patwari keeps the land records. Patwari keeps land records. And also, Patwari will collect the taxes. So in every state, the Patwari has different names. So in this chapter, we have studied about the works of Patwari also. Next, work of Tehsildar. So what are the works of Tehsildar? It's very simple. Whatever the Patwari is doing, it means whatever the works the Patwari is doing, it is supervised by the Tehsildar. Tehsildar will be observing, supervising the works of Patwari and issuing the caste and income certificate. That is also the work of Tehsildar. If we need caste certificate and income certificate, where do we go? We go to the Tehsildar office. He will issue the caste and income certificate. So regarding the Tehsildar also we have studied in this chapter. Okay, children. Urban administration, that also we have studied. In the urban areas, the people, what kind of works they are doing. Example, if you visit any city, you can see the street vendors. What is that, children? We can see the street vendors. So what do you mean by the street vendors? The sellers who are selling the goods on the footpath, roadside, they are called street vendors. And in urban areas, we can see many factories and industries also. And also in this chapter, we have studied about the difference between the government servant and those who are working in the private sectors. About that also already we have discussed. So children, these are the 4 chapters from the civics part. You have to read these 4 chapters. Key elements of a democratic government, Panchayati Raj, rural administration, and last one is urban administration. So this is about civics part. And next, geography. What is it, children? Geography part. Okay. So which are the chapters you have to study in geography part? Okay. The first one is maps. This chapter you have to read. And second one is major domains of the earth. Major domains of the earth. And third one is our country, India. These are the 3 chapters from the geography part you have to read for the annual examination. Even these 3 chapters also you have completed. Already you have seen, already you watched the videos. So once again you go through the videos, then it will be very easy for you. The first chapter is maps. Different types of maps are there, and why we need the maps, how the maps are useful for the human beings. Everything you have studied in this chapter. Dear children, if you want to go from one place to another place, from one country to another country, that time map is very useful. Map is very helpful for you. So there are different types of maps. Already you have studied about that. So you go through it. Second one is major domains of the earth. How many major domains of the earth are there? Everything already you have studied. So you go through it. And last one is our country, India. In this chapter also, you have studied about all the 29 states and 9 union territories. How many states and union territories are there in India? So, and also in this chapter, you have studied about the seasons, about the climate and weather also. So, these are the 3 chapters from the geography part. Maps, major domains of the earth, our country, India. So, history, civics and geography. Overall, there are 11 chapters. From history part, 4 chapters are there. From civics part, there also 4 chapters are there. And from the geography part, 3 chapters are there. 4 plus 4 plus 3 is equal to 11. These all 11 chapters you have to read for the annual examination. And dear children, very soon you are going to face the annual examination. Already we sent the timetable, portion, weightage, everything we sent in the WhatsApp group. 20th April, you are going to face the annual examination. So according to this portion, thoroughly you study, you read all these chapters, and the exam will be easy for you. Already you wrote PA1, PA2, PA3 midterm examination, test 1, test 2. So already you have studied. So little bit, revision is needed. If you do that revision, if you do that recapitulation, so everything will be easy for you. And I hope that everyone will do hard work and everyone will get the good marks in the annual examination. So before completing this class, I want to tell you that all the best for your annual examination and best wishes from the teachers. Thank you.